Howdy, I'm Matt, and I got a letter here which says, "Cheers, Matt, Racket's nuts off." And inside that letter was RocketMan! What on earth is in this unboxing? Let's find out right now. Hello, I'm Matt, and welcome to this unboxing. Hello, look at the size of it. Right, let's get this thing down on the desk, and we will take a look together. So, hi, I'm Matt. We've got an unboxing of a... You'll find out in just a few moments' time. I've got the knife. It's just been turned up. Now, no, I'm not going to spoil it for you. We'll find out what it is in a moment. Now, the thing is that I did this as a trade. We did a swapsies, plus actually a little bit of cash, happy days, for some FPV kit, which I stuck in the Facebook group a couple of days ago. And I had it already, so it was in and out of the door pretty quickly and off to Martin. And I did a swapsie for me, which was happy days, because I always wanted to give one of these models a whirl, but it really wasn't up there in the buying list. And Martin said he's got one. Did I want to swap for it? And the answer, he said it was brand new, in the box, never been opened, and it was the plug and play version. Plug and play, happy freaking days. For me, that's ace. Oh, I seem to have dropped me mate on the floor. Let me just put our pilot over there on the desk a second. Now, it's a bloody great big box, to say the least. I'm over here trying to get in it. I can't do it beyond the back of my desk because there's no space at all. He's on his way out. Sooner or later. Ta-da! There we go. Oh, I've got it the wrong way around for you. I kid you not, it's a massive box. It is. And oh, I better be pilot as well, haven't I? Sorry, mate. There we go. We'll move him over there. As you might tell, oh, there you go. We're in everything now. This is an ME-109. This is the what should we call it? The plug and play version. It is the combat colours, which you actually don't think you can get anymore, but it is exactly the same as the red one and the green one, which you can get on HobbyKing, of all places. So, manufactured by Durafly, so we will be taking a close inspection on what they have included or not included. I'm just here reading the specifications. Oh, hello. I am here just reading the specifications on the box. It's got a wingspan of 950mm, which is about 37 inches. It's about 23 inches long, blah blah blah. 2000 kV motor, which is a 2836, so it's going to be quite a long can motor with a 6x4 prop. Now, they suggest a 1300 to 2200 milliampere 3S battery pack. Okay, and we'll take a look at that. So yeah, I don't think I'll be running it on 3S, especially if I can fit a 4S in there. There's a little note in there for Martin. Yeah, happy days. Brand new in the box. Martin wasn't kidding, he hasn't been in here. I think he's probably been in here and had a nose. Why wouldn't you? Go in there and have a nose. Let's have a quick look. I think that's the fin on the back. Now, the ME-10, I need to get this right because I'm not really, yeah, 163, so ME-163, so I'm pretty sure this was a German one, if I remember correctly, but remember, I don't fly models because they have some special significance as far as it comes as like history goes. Oh cute, there's a landing gear, we won't be needing that. I fly it because I like the look of a model. Straightforward as that. There are some funny stickers in there which I'm not really interested in. Let's get this model out and we'll have a look together. Brilliant. Bloody great. There's another model in the polystyrene and in the cardboard for that one. If I was Andrew Newton, I'd have a field day because I'd be looking at going, oh, I've got this new model, but actually I've got at least another 3 models over there because don't forget the outer skin box as well. Now the funny thing is Martin's told me is that I can have it on the condition that we stick a rocket up its ass. Now, for me not to disappoint, I think that's a bloody good idea. So let's get her open. We're gonna have a quick wander around. and we'll get it out flying as soon as possible. So if you are interested in this model, or again, don't forget you can buy exactly the same model from HobbyKing, just as a it's just got a different colour scheme. So we're missing some control horns, which I think we have got there in a bag. That's really straightforward. It did include some glue, but bit of fin. You've got your rudder fin, which sits on the back. I am curious about this battery bay area. So it's a Durafly branded ESC, which we've got in here. Nice little Durafly branded. There's me talking about it. Why don't I turn it over and I want to show you. There we go. Right, that ESC has got, like I said, it's branded Durafly on there, which the Velcro's come off. So we'll stick that back on the side. Nice little touch there. Doesn't take much for the etcher to do something like that, but it does add extra branding. Now, we do have propellers in there. Are they really 6x4 propellers? I don't think they are. Now, as you may have noticed, Matt is wearing quite a bright t-shirt at the moment. I said it was peach, the girls said it was coral, other people said it was quite camp. Don't care, I'm married, blah blah blah. So it does come with two propellers. They're not the thickest of propellers in the world. I don't think they're going to last me very long, especially if I land this one in the hedge, which is quite a common place for me to land this one. I'm here talking and I've just had to pause for a moment because look at the bloody size of that battery bay. It's like a cavern. It really is a cavern. You would fit two 5200 4S packs in that nose. Obviously you wouldn't do that because the wing loading is what was only a 37-inch wing, and you would never fit in there. You'd never get it off the ground, or it'd fly. It would have the flight characteristics of a brick if you put two of those in there. But I've just grabbed one of those for shits and giggles. Poops and puddles. Sorry, need to watch my slang, family friendly and all that. Yeah, look at that. That went straight in the back of there. And that was one of those 5200 4. You definitely wouldn't fly with one of those, unless you feel special. But yeah, you wouldn't fly with those. I've picked up a 2200 4S, the 65C battery pack. It would just get lost in that fuselage. So yeah, their suggestion of a 1300 to 2200 mAh battery pack is probably alright, probably correct, considering it's only a very small wingspan model. If I turn it around here, it's not the biggest wingspan model in the sky. The wing section is very thin, so this model is going to fly very quick. What I mean by that is that I have flown one of these. I think it was Andy's on the slope. But if we just look at this model for a few moments, we just stick the lid on. Number one, it looks pretty fast. And why have they got a chunk? There's a funny aluminium lumpy bit on the end, which you stick up its nose and sit it in. Nice touch. Anyway, if we take a first look at this model, number one, it looks fast. I'm sorry, the tail's fallen off. It looks fast. That's always a good sign. If something looks fast, it probably is fast. Then we look at, we've got a 2200 kV motor, 2836, so it's a nice big fat meaty can. So loads of jollop potential there. And then we look at the wingspan. The wingspan is very short, nice little rounded tips. The fuselage is a bit fat, so it is a bit rounded round the middle. Maybe it's middle-aged as well. And then, but crucially, if we take a look at the wings, if we just take a look at the wings, look how thin that wing section is. That is going to need, and I'm here to hold it. I'm never going to use the landing gear. Hold it like that, and that is really going to get some pace on. Genuinely curious. Now it does come with rudder, so we can have some rudderage with it. It's not the biggest rudder surface, so potential and knife edging is not going to be that great. Now, and of course there's no elevator fin in there, so it's going to be straight elevon mixing. I am looking at the hinges. They do feel good. It has come pre-fitted with two servos. I don't know if they're metal geared or plastic geared, to be brutally honest. There is signs of strengthening in the wings as well, so that's a positive side. I can see 1, 2, 3 spars, and there's a spar. If I turn this around, I'll point these out. So there's one spar along the leading edge. there's a spar through the middle, and then there's another spar down the back, and there's a spar through the elevon surface as well. So we're not short of strength in this model. The paint finish is pretty damn cool. Let me just move this around. To be honest, if I had the pick of a day of this one or this camouflage one or the red one, I would have, every single day of the week, I would have gone for the red one, because as we know, red is definitely the fastest colour. But there we go, that is the Me-163. I'll get it right eventually. This combat colour I don't think is any available anymore. I will be fitting a lost model alarm in this one, because a camouflage model for me is not the best idea. Oh, there was hint that Martin did have, and big thanks to Martin, by the way, big shout out to Martin, you know who you are, that there was a canopy which we can set up for FPV. The pilot does look professional. Terrified is another opinion. Let me move that across. So there's the Mr. Pilot in the middle. Nice, really nice clear canopy. You've got to give him that. You can see the shine on it, and it is a really nice canopy. And again, you can also see the paint job on there. There was obviously time and effort and energy put into not only painting the model, but the pre-thought of the model being created in the first place. Now, I've got some good news for you as far as this model goes. I already know that these fly really well. Like I've said, I've seen, I think I've flown one. I think it was it is also known as a Komet, if that's, like I said, I'm not really an aficionado when it comes to wartime models. That isn't the bit which flies, like floats my boat. Speed is, or endurance, as the case may be. So I'm making the point, and I'm going to leave that little screw up in. I'm making the point here is that I'm not interested in this model in its historical significance. I know for some of you that may be something of interest. I'm interested in this model because I know it's a really good model, and I know that I've not gone off and flown it yet, and I am prejudging the maiden and the rest of the history and the future which this model has, but I already know it's really good. That's the nice thing. That's why I was like, when Martin said, oh, I've got an Me-163, would you like to do swapses? And I was like, yes, absolutely. I think they're really good models. I've always wanted one, and I've just been waiting around till one came up. And there you had it, one popped up. So that is the Me-163. If you have any questions or comments about this model, please just ask down in the comments section underneath this video. Do keep in the back of your mind, while this is not a typical unboxing and like stroke mini review, do keep in the back of your mind that we always hold off final judgment until we get this model out and flown, because we've had models which have arrived here and have been very quick to get together and get out the door and get flown, and have been absolute dogs. And then we've had other models here which have been absolute dogs to get built, but the second we've thrown them in the sky and they've been absolute peaches. Somewhat fitting for this t-shirt. Anyway, my point being, if you're new here, my name is Matt, welcome aboard. Underneath this video there's a subscribe button, and because YouTube is a pain in the rear, you have to subscribe twice. So don't forget to press the red button and the little bell icon so that YouTube notifies you when the next video is out. Of course, that could quite well be the maiden of the Me-163. So on that note, from myself, Matt, and a big thumbs up for Martin, thank you very much, sir. I'm off to go and get this very simple build done. It's what, 4 screws, 6 screws, which are for the elevon, for the control horns. Put in some control horns, glue that in the back. Oh, the one thing I did before you go, how could I forget? Look at its rear end. Does anybody know what might go in there? And no, it's not what you were thinking. You can put rockets in its arse. No, really, it is a real thing. You can fit rockets in its arse, and that's exactly what I'm going to be doing this one. So I need to go and ping Andy in a minute with some measurements and see if he's got a spare rocket, which we can stick it up the back end, and we'll see what happens. So, with that said, next video might be this one turning into foam snow very quickly, which I sincerely hope it's not, because it does look pretty damn fast, and I will have a good fly of it first. So anyway, from myself, Matt, thank you very much for taking the time to watch this episode, and I'll see you again shortly. Cheerios!